This is my Black Desert Ironman account. Over a year ago now, I set off on a solo adventure in the world of Black Desert, but what makes this account so unique is that I can't purchase any pearls and I have zero access to the central market, which means I can't buy or sell any items unless from an NPC. Now, the goal for this account is to reach 700 gear score, which I know is a tedious task, but I'll be enjoying every step along the way. So let's see what happens in this challenging journey of Black Desert Online, Ironman Edition. In the previous episode, I finally completed the Crow's Nest questline in order to unlock the Pit of the Undying, which is something I should have done over a year ago. But following that, we also returned to Turos in order to work on obtaining our Flame of Despair. And while doing so, we unexpectedly came across the Koutuga's right lung, which grants us an amazing looking outfit for our character. But with only being a little over halfway towards our 100 embers, I continued on in hopes of completing our flame. But before we get into that, my goal by the end of this year is to achieve 10,000 subscribers here on the channel. So if at any point you enjoy the video, consider leaving a like or subscribing, as it helps out the channel greatly. And with that out of the way, let's see what my Ironman recently has gotten into. Yeah, maybe guys, maybe. Oh, there we go. That's our third ember this hour. The first hour that we did, we only got 3. So now we're at 6. That's not bad, man. So we just concluded another 2 hours here at Tunkuta. We did get 10 embers of despair. The first hour, I only got 3. The second hour, I got 7. I don't know where the RNG comes into play there, but the first hour, I did only grind for 40 minutes with my loot scroll because I accidentally forgot to turn it on for the first 20 minutes. So that's why my trash seems a little bit low, but we got 13,800. Turns into 248 mil. That's about 150-ish mil profit, but again, we take what we can get. And again, we did get another 10 embers, putting us at a total of 74, just shy of 3/4 of the way there. But we're just 25, like 26 away from having our flame. But geez, man, without the drop event going on, this is taking a little bit longer than I thought. But regardless, I'm having such a blast grinding here. And then lastly, before we get back to our grind, I did go ahead and look at Garmoth.com to see how many Kafirs we would need to get our armor from C6 to C10. It does say I need 4,800 more Kafirs. So this is another 71 going to the total. We're at 156. We're still a far ways away, but that's okay. We'll get there one way or another. Ooh, bro, starting off the hour perfect, man. 7 minutes in, we already got our first ember. So we just concluded yet another 2 hours over at Tunkuta. We did get 8 embers in those 2 hours. The first hour we got 3 again. Surprisingly, it seems like we always get 2 to 3 in the first hour, and then the second hour we got 5, putting us now at a total of 82 embers. And then also within those 2 hours, we did get another 13,401 trash loot. This is going to be around 250 mil again. So we're only really profiting around 150 mil per 2 hours, which, I mean, it's going to be adding up. As you see, we're almost at 2 bill again. Also, we got another 63 Kafirs, 108 dust, a bunch of blackstones. Like, I have 22,000 blackstones. I don't even know what to do with these, man. But overall, the fact that we're at 82, like, we're so close. We just concluded yet another 2 hours here at Turos. We did get 13,900, so about 14,000 trash. Again, we did use 10 buffs, so about 150 mil there in profit. We did only see 5 embers of despair. The first hour I did, we only got 1 ember, and then the second hour we got 4. Pretty unlucky back-to-back hours, but again, that puts our total at 87, so we're only 13 away. Alright, our last simple craw meal. Once this is consumed, I do have to go make more. Ooh. I feel like we haven't seen one of those in probably 5 or 6 hours. That's nice. We'll take it. Hopefully, I mean, I would like to grind until we get the 13 embers today. I would, oh my gosh. Okay, speaking of the devil, there we go. I'm on the big ember grind. We need 11 more. Okay, what is happening? What is happening? We just got 3 embers in the span of maybe 5 minutes. I only need 10 more. So we're going to kill this guy here. I'm going to get an ember. And that'll put us at 7 more, and then we'll be at 100. Okay, we got another boss here. Gives us another ember. So then we'll only need 6 more, man. We're so close. So once this guy dies, we will be 5 embers away from our 100 total needed for the flame. There we go, Ember Despair. 5 more remaining. I feel as though we're getting a majority of these embers off the bosses, which I will not complain about because it is a guaranteed ember now. But there we go, 4 more to go. Another 2 hours. We did see 9 embers that time, a lot better than the previous 2 hours. We did get 3 on the first hour, 6 on the second. But whenever we put those 9 in the storage, we're at 96, which as you saw in the previous clip, we only need 4 more. Also from that hour, for anyone that was curious, we got about 14,500 trash loot. We're going to go ahead and sell that. 262 mil. I mean, we're basically getting about 150 millish per hour, which again, it is adding up. We're now over 2 bill in liquid silver, which is great. This will be our first hour here at Turos without the simple craw meal. I know I have a boundless meal, but this doesn't give me any increased AP towards the monsters. So not having that additional 30 AP might take an effect. I'm not exactly sure how to go. But again, we only need 4 more embers. So hopefully I can see that within this remaining hour. But if not, it might take me 2 hours. But we'll see what happens. But no, it would be like an 8-hour stream and we would grind for maybe 6 of it. But this guy will put us at 3 more embers. There we go. We got 1 more there. Only 3 to go. And then again, you just want to make sure that you start using your blooming gale. Ooh. Wait, that's 2 more, right? That's 2 more. Ooh, Lakita boss about to be slayed. Alright. 1 more ember. And then we're done. Watch him drop the flame. I swear to God if this guy drops the flame. Here we go. Last boss. 100 embers, man. 100 embers. There we go. Ember of Despair. We have 4 in our inventory. 96 in the storage. Oh, man. What a journey. That's not good. Ooh, 101 embers. I still have 5 minutes left on my buff, so I want to at least, play it out and get as much out of it as I can. But look at that. 101 embers now. We'll take it. So we just finished up our last hour here at Turos. We did manage to see 5 Embers of Despairs. We got the 4 necessary in order to get 100, plus 1 towards the end within the last 5 minutes. But whenever we look at that, that's 101 Embers. And within that last hour, we got about 6,500 trash loot. So not a lot, but I mean, we'll take about, 70 mil profit, 60 mil profit. But let's go ahead and craft our Flame of Despair. 100 Embers of Despair. I could have sworn that I had to do something else with this. I remember that there is the quest line that you have to do in order to make it. But I could have sworn that you did something else outside of heating. But apparently you just heat it. And there we go. Our Flame of Despair. About 35 or so hours it took for me to grind up those 100 embers. But wow, that is a sight to see. And for anyone that may be curious, I am currently sitting at about 432 Kafirs out of the 4,800 necessary. And then in terms of dust, I'm almost about 500 dust, which equates to about 100. So I still need about 4,200 or so Kafirs. I want to know what you guys think would be the best place to go to. I know I could go to Koutuga. I'm going to try out Thornwood for a bit just because they also drop Alkyride crystals. And I've also never grinded here at the base level of Thornwood. On my main account, I only did attempt Thornwood first whenever Dekia came out. But that was a couple years ago. And again, because I've never grinded the base version of this, I think it would just be a cool experience to at least do here on the Ironman account. If I get the helmet though, I don't know if I'll wear the helmet. The helmet doesn't look that cool to me. I think I would... Oh! Okay, that was such an odd little... that was such an odd interaction. But dude, our first ominous ring. Okay. Loving that. We did get 3 Alkyride crystals and an ominous ring, which you guys should have seen. Got about 97 Kafirs, 72 dust. And all of that was on about 196, 198 drop rate. So hopefully we can start grinding more here. But... I think that was a successful first 2 hours. And also, just a note, when I initially started grinding here, I was under the impression that I would be able to melt down these ominous rings to turn into Yona fragments, which I then would turn into Bassy Bells, because I still want to be able to collect about 50 or so. But basically, I don't really know what to do with these. I mean, I could enhance them, but a Pen Ominous Ring is the same amount of AP as a Tet Tongue Grab Ring, so I don't really know what to do with these. But we did manage to get 3 Ocards to drop during those first 2 hours. I'm not sure what the average is. I don't know if it's about 1 or so per hour, but again, we got 3. And I do already have 2 Precision Crystals. I mean, I could open up more of the Sealed if I do need more in the future, but I'm going to go ahead and craft 2 of these because that'll give us an additional 10 Monster AP. And boom, there we go, 2 Ocarite Crystals down. Again, this will give me a total of 10 extra Monster AP and 6 total accuracy, which is going to be such a huge help. Just concluded another 2 hours here at Thornwood. We did get 21,000 trash loot. I'm not sure if I'm just, getting better at the spot. We get about 319 mil. So after 2 hours of tent buff, that's about 219 mil, which we will definitely take. Again, our silver is gradually increasing. We also got 95 raw Kafirs, 89 dust, 230 blackstones, a bunch of other goodies, 1 more Ocarite Crystal. We also got 4 leaves. So definitely a productive hour. I've really been enjoying this spot, honestly. Another week means another round of Dark Rift bosses. Unfortunately, this time we did not see a Howling Dead box, but that is okay. We also haven't seen a Debo out of one of these in probably around 2 months. I mean, during my birthday stream, I saved up 3 weeks worth, and then in the past month or so, we also haven't seen any yet. So I mean, it's been like 2 months and no Debo yet, which again, I know that they're very rare, but comparing it to the beginning of this account where I was getting 1 every 2 weeks or something was kind of crazy. Okay, we got a Narc earring. We do need to keep that. We definitely will keep that. It's a crazy name, by the way. Bassy Belt, we do need that as well. I'm trying to get 50. I have 32 of those at the moment. Dang, we're pogging on every single one. Oh my gosh. Wait, the blue boxes are kind of coming in clutch. Last one. Oh my gosh. Okay, the blue boxes came in clutch there. Hello. Love that. All right, moving into the reds. Let's see this. All right, we got our first Quran. That's okay. Got 6 though. We'll take it. All right, come on. A Leighton. We'll take it. Okay, that one we're melting. I do not need that one. And then Crons. So I'm keeping these 6. I'm melting this one. Or no, I'll melt this one too. I don't need that one. I'm going to keep these at least. But last but certainly not least, let's move into the purple boxes. Let's see if we're fortunate enough. Okay, not on the first one. Let's see if we can get a Debo. That'd be great. It's been quite some time. Right here. Oh, another Narc. Okay. We'll keep that. Oh. Okay, Crons. All right, last box. Come on. Give us something good. Oh. Yikes. All right, well, how many is this at least? 9. That's not too bad. I mean, we have 2 Narcs, Eye of the Runes Ring, a Bassy Belt, Leighton. We're definitely going to be keeping these, and then we're just going to melt these, but not bad. So I was unaware that I had 4 of these in my storage. I guess I held on to these from the last box opening. So I have 6 in total now. I guess we might as well go ahead and click these, see how far we can get. Yeah, let's go ahead and throw this weird 25 stack in. Let's just skip animation. Nice. And then I did already have a 43 stack, so 50.6% chance. Let's see if we get this. No way we're going to get this all the way up to Tet, right? We're going to go ahead and use a 50 stack here. 41.4% chance. Let's see it. Okay, we had to fail at some point, right? There's no way there's no way, man. Okay. Have Jerome with 2 days left on it? I mean, either use it or save it. I have 3 of them. I think there's... Whoa. I don't know how rare that is, but I have never seen one of these on either of my accounts. What? But to briefly go over what we got, 199 Kafirs. 10 of these was from the daily turning quest that you do for killing all the mobs here. So we got 189 of these in total, 166 dust. So in total, we have over 200 for 4 hours, which is insane. 5 Akrads, 5 Spectre's energies. I'm just going to sell these. I mean, I get 30 mil of these per piece. And I think I have also like 11. Yeah, I have 11 more of these. I mean, I don't really see the reason to hold on to these. I know I can use these to make my Awakening Blackstar as well, but I mean, I don't think I need, 17 of these or 16 of these, however many. I don't think I need that many. But we miraculously also got a LVI piece. I have never seen one of these on my main account either, so this is kind of interesting to have. There's no way I'm going for all other 8 pieces, but I think it's just kind of cool to have. Who knows, we might run into another one while we're here. But let me go back to town. Let's sell all this trash and see how much we made. And I also did have a small stack of trash loot already in my storage just because I used it with mates. But within those 4 hours, I got 41,000 trash loot, which equates to 621 million. Take off 200 million just because of the tent buffs that I used. So we got about 420 million trash within those 4 hours. I definitely will take that. And that puts us just over 3 billion liquid silver for Quran stones. And also, I haven't seen a single ominous ring since the first one that we got, I think, which was on the second hour. I think in total now we've done 10 or 12 hours in total. I could be mistaken, but I've only seen this one. But again, I can't even melt these for Yonas, so it's kind of okay that I'm not getting them. But just if anyone was curious, I also haven't seen any more of those. And for anyone that also may be curious, I am at a total of 886 raw Kafir stones and then 1147 dust. Every 500 dust is equal to about 100 Kafirs. So with this, combined with this, we're sitting at about 1050, almost 1100 total. So honestly, I could push this to C7 in the moment, but I think I'm just going to hold off and wait until I can push it to C10. I mentioned in a previous clip, but we need 4,800 total Kafirs for this thing, man. So it's been a few hours since the previous clip, but we did just hit reset. So with reset, we do get our boss split rewards. I haven't done these, I want to say, since like episode 20 or so. Basically, once I, accumulated enough of the gear and fragments in order to create the crystals and then make it into the tier. I haven't really touched these. I mean, I know that I can get a lot of embers that I can still sell for millions of silver, and I can also get a lot of memory fragments. But basically, this is the first time I've done this in a few months. As you can see here, we did do all Calamity 5s. I probably could do some 6s on certain bosses, but just to stay comfortable, I did all 5s. So we're going to go ahead and claim those here. And we're going to cross our fingers. I think at Calamity level 5, you can get Debo earrings. I could be mistaken, but we're just going to go ahead and open all these here. It looks like I got rank 3 on all of them except the Duoxini, which I got a rank 2 on. So I guess we'll save that one for last. So let's go ahead and open them in this order from left to right, okay? So we're going to open up the first one here. Essence of Tayback. Okay, so I can make... That's the belt, right? I think that's... Yeah, the Tayback belt. Don't really think I could do much of that. But again, these each sell for 1 million silver. So that's 13 million silver just right there. Which, again, that accumulates over time. 7 memory fragments. Not bad, but let's go ahead and open up the second bundle. Nothing crazy. Again, we got another 13 embers, 7 memory fragments, a bunch of other stuff. That's okay. Third bundle. It's like the same numbers. 13, 7. Are they just on a set amount, like a fixed amount? 13, 7, 56. Are they just all on set amounts? Okay, here's the rank 2. Okay, Tier of Illusion. I think I have 2 more of those. I do. I remembered. I have 2 of those, and I need 20 in total. I mean, not terrible. I mean, again, that's 66 million silver right there, and 36 memory fragments, which we definitely will need. Let's go ahead and open up these, though. See if I can get anything out of them. As you saw in a previous clip, we didn't get any out of the purified license that we opened. Let's see if we get anything here, though. No cheer. No cheer. Oh my god, that baited me. Oh my gosh, that baited me. Okay, well, if you were curious as to what I would be getting, there you go. Nothing insane. I mean, I guess I can keep these, turn those into gear and fragments over time in case the one I have currently breaks at some point. But yeah, that was cool. It seems as though a decent group of people that play this. Ooh. Okay, we have not seen that. since I think like the second hour. And we've been here for like 10 to 15. That's wild. We just concluded 2 hours at Thornwood Forest. I did use Agris on the second hour, so we got about 25,000 trash loot. Subtract the 100 mil off of this for the tent buff. So we got about 273 mil, which is great. We will definitely take that. Got 82 Kafirs, 191 dust, almost 400 blackstones, a bunch of this stuff as well. And we also got one more ominous ring, which is pretty cool. And like I've mentioned in a previous clip, I can't melt these down for Yonas, and these will not be better than my Tunkuta accessories that I do plan to rock at the end of this account. So there's really nothing for me to do, and these do take up storage space, so I might as well click them. I'm just going to use a 20 stack because if it goes, cool. If not, I don't have the biggest attachment to it, but let's see. Alrighty. So if we do end up getting more of these, I will try to progress this further, but... So we just ran all 7 of our dark raid bosses, and yes, you heard me right, I did say 7. There is currently an event that is ongoing that'll end on the 15th of May that does add a single boss to this rotation. He will be displayed on screen here. It is a big bear. He drops a lot of good rewards, magical shards, extra latent boss orders, etc. Does also give the Mamor's Claw, which you can exchange this for some cosmetic goods. But also during this event period, every single dark raid boss does guarantee drop a box of the Howling Dead, and the final boss, the bear that I mentioned before, guaranteed drops 2 of these. So as you can see, we have a lot to get through. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the blues here, okay? Now last time I think we did this, we didn't see any crazy accessories. I think we actually got a lot of Cronstones. Something that I did notice from my main account, they did remove the cheering animation on certain yellow accessories. So whenever I did this on my main account, I cheered for a ogre ring, but I don't remember I think Eye of the Ruin ring, I think you also cheer for, but as you saw, we got a Bassy belt, and we did not cheer for it. So I'm going to go through this. Obviously, whenever we cheer, we'll see that. But I think they removed the cheer for the majority of the yellow accessories, which I'm a little bit shocked, and I don't know what the reasoning was behind that. But obviously, if we can get a Debo out of this, that would be insane, but nothing out of the reds that was too significant. So far, we're just going to be keeping the Bassy belt, and then we're going to melt down all of these. I think I need this for a adventure log journal, so I think I'm going to hold on to that, actually. But let's move into the purples here, okay? Okay, there's a cheer. I don't know if that means Debo or... Okay, so we got an ogre ring. So we can confirm, like I was mentioning, that you can still cheer for the ogre ring. But we got more crons there. Okay, we didn't cheer. So that means, I don't know if that's crons or if it's just a not good accessory. It was crons. I mean, we are getting 13 though, so I will definitely take that. And the last box, we did not cheer here either. That's unlucky. We got three cron rolls out of 4 of the purples. But that's okay because fortunately, again, with this event, we are given 8 Howling Dead boxes. So theoretically, I should be getting like 8 of these a week for the next 2 weeks. But oh my gosh. All right. We have 8 boxes, 8 chances at a Debo. Okay, we got a cheer. It's a latent. Okay, so we cheer for the latents as well. I was not aware of that. So latents and ogres we still cheer for. So we did not cheer here, so that means it's Crescent Ring. Okay. I do plan to melt that. So I'm assuming like Crescent, Bassy, Voltara, you don't cheer for. With these boxes though, we do not get any Cronstones. So it is an accessory guaranteed, which is nice. So if it is something that I do not plan on using, I can just melt them down for Yonas. Okay, we got a cheer. Come on. An ogre, okay. Something that is really cool with these boxes, I think also with the other ones, but more commonly with these, you can get enhanced accessories as you see here in the wheel. We got a Voltara belt, so we do not cheer for the Voltara belt. Oh, come on. Come on, baby. Oh, another ogre? Dang. That's 3 ogres, so I guess we can enhance those? I don't know if I have any in my storages anywhere else, but... Oh my gosh, man. I think this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is our last box. Alright, we have not seen a Debo in forever. Come on. Alright, no cheer. And a Bassy belt. I actually will take that. So let me go ahead and quickly sort through these and let me pick out which I will keep and which I will throw out. I'm going to melt all these. I'm not even going to waste the time to enhance those, the crescents. Do I have 2. So it looks like I have 2 spare ogre rings in my Velia storage. That means 5 in total that we have. So I guess we'll enhance these. We'll see how far we can get with it. Go ahead and throw this in. 73.5. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. Second time's the charm, right? Oh, okay. Never mind. But basically, I am going to be melting down all these for Jonas. Like I mentioned in a previous past few clips and videos, I am doing my best to save up 50 Bassy belts. I do have 32 with the combination of these two 16s here. I have 34, 35. So we're 15 away, which I'm very excited to click all these once we have 50. Now, with the recently acquired Flame, my current goal is to gather as many Kafirs as possible in order to push my armor to C10. And with spending nearly 20 hours at Thornwood, I personally think I could be spending my time elsewhere, as places like Koutuga could net me more Kafirs per hour. Now, to my surprise, according to Garmalt.com, I'd on average see more Kafirs per hour over at Thornwood compared to Koutuga, but I know that there are many variables like personal RNG, pet pickup speed, etc. And because I don't have the best setup here on my Ironman account, my numbers are going to be a bit off compared to what the average display is. Basically, what I'm getting at is that in my personal experience, I've been earning more Kafirs per hour over at Koutuga as opposed to here at Thornwood. Also, as we discovered earlier in the video, ominous rings cannot be melted down into Yona fragments like tongue red earrings or latents, which I could use towards crafting my Bassy belts, and I also can collect a ton of artifacts here at Koutuga to melt down to hopefully obtain a strike. So with all that taken into consideration, as fun as it would be to collect another fragmented Elviad piece, I think there's just so much more I could work towards by spending my time over here at Koutuga. So that's exactly what I did. Alright, what are the odds that we get a latent out of this, guys? You guys think we get one or what? I'm thinking we do. Ooh! Alright, we got a latent and 2 artifacts, man. We love to see that one. So we just concluded 3 total hours here at Koutuga. I did take a few days apart from the first hour to the second and third. I just completed the second and third, and we do have a 50% drop event going on, which is really nice. But in those 3 hours, we got 127 raw Kafirs and 356 spirit dust. And whenever I turn this dust into Kafirs, that is about 70 Kafirs, which is amazing. So in total, I got 197 Kafirs in just those 3 hours, which is way more than what I was making at Thornwood. As you can see, all these artifacts that I will break down later on. And then hopefully we can open those purified lightstones to get a strike. And then we did get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tongue red earrings and a latent. I'm going to be melting these down for Jonas because, again, I really want to be able to get those Bassy belts. But overall here at Koutuga, I am just overall profiting way much more than I was at Thornwood. A, I'm getting more Kafirs per hour. B, I'm getting more lightstones here. I know I was getting a couple per hour, but overall I'm getting a ton more, as you can see here, per hour. These are going to be able to melt down to purified lightstones, then I'll open those. Hopefully we can get a strike at some point in the future. And C, I'm getting these accessories, which again I can turn into Yona fragments. But overall, this is going to be the best spot that I can grind at until I get the necessary amount of Kafirs for my red nose. Oh, and for anyone that may be curious, within those 3 hours, I did get 85,000 trash loot. I did use Agris for about like 2.5 of those hours on a blue loot scroll. And in total, that's 679 mil. We did do 3 hours of 10 buff though, so minus 150 mil. So we are at 529 million. I'm pretty sure that puts us over 4 billion liquid silver. Holy. Alrighty, 4 hours in. This is the second Trespasser event that we have seen. The first one we did get a latent. I don't know what the odds are. I low-key think it is 50-50. But let's see if we strike gold again. Let's see here, man. Oh, wow. We didn't even get a single artifact. That's crazy. What? So we got another Trespasser in the same hour, which I am very fortunate to get that. It's also in the same room as well, so that's pretty cool. But last time, as you saw, we got no artifacts, no latent. I'm hoping we can at least get a couple of artifacts here. Like, come on. Oh my god. We high rolled that one. 3 artifacts and a latent. That's what I like to see. Crack Koutuga for real. Let's see if we get another really good roll here on the latent. I'm curious, man. I'm curious. Let's see here. Let's see here. Wow. Okay, 2 artifacts and a latent. That is insane. Okay, so we recently just got one of these last hour. We did get a latent out of it. I unfortunately didn't have my shadow play on. I think it was because I was listening to Spotify beforehand, and for some reason it disables it. But we did get a second latent here on the second hour. Ooh, that's a decent one. We got a latent and 2 artifacts. The one before was 1 latent and 1 artifact. But dude, the inventory is getting filled. So we just completed yet another 3 hours here at Koutuga. All 3 hours we're done with Agris Fever, but this isn't completely depleted because it was a few days in between. But as you can see, I'm only 3 inventory slots away from being capped. But we did get 4 latents, 3 Tunkuta earrings, a ton of artifacts, which we're going to simple alchemy down later on. But more importantly, we got the 117 Kafirs and 400 dust. But I'm going to return to town, clean up my inventory a little bit. We're going to sell this trash loot, see how much we got after these 3 hours. Okay, so let's see how much trash we got off of this. I mean, we have 83,000 trash loot just nearing. We're at 4.2 liquid silver, but it'll be minus 150 because of the 10 buffs. Let's go ahead and sell this. Oh my gosh, 729 mil minus 150. So about like 580, man. That's actually not bad at all. I also completely forgot that I have about 23,000 trash that I threw into here with my maids because I wasn't able to get back to my horse. That's another 186 mils. That kind of like pays for the 10 buffs on its own. But look at that. That puts us right over 5 billion liquid silver. Like, that's so cool. So another week means another round of rip boxes. And like I mentioned in the previous clip, there is an ongoing event where we can kill that bear. We get an extra 1 to 2 howling dead boxes. Along with that, every single dark rift boss does guarantee drop a howling dead box. Fortunately, we were able to get all the way up to 8 this time, but we had the 444. Last week, whenever we did this, we didn't see another Debo like usual, but I think it's been like a couple months now since we've even seen one out of these boxes, which again, I know that they're rare, but still. But let's go ahead and get into this. Let's go with the 444. I do think we still have at least 1 more week of this event, so hopefully after this week, by the time that the event is over, they will have reset the bosses, but if not, this will be fine. But again, let's get right into this. The blues, I'm kind of just going to briefly go through these. The basket belt, that's nice. I still need, I forgot how many it is. A latent, okay. I think we're at like 38 or 39 bassies towards the 50 that I want in order to click. For those of you who are unaware, I really want to get 50 basket belts and see how many tests that we can get, because at some point I would love to have a pen basket belt on this account. I know that we're not exactly at the point in the game where I need to start clicking for pen accessories. I think my fail sacks would be better used elsewhere. But it would still just be nice to at least hoard up a couple of tests just in case. But not really getting that fortunate here with the red boxes. But that's okay, I guess. I mean, we rolled 3 crons, I think, and then a Forest Renaros ring, which is not the greatest, but that's okay. The purple boxes, hopefully this one will treat us a little bit better. But that's okay. Also, I think I mentioned in the previous video, the previous clip, sorry, the boxes, they changed how the PogChamp or like the cheering animation is. So a lot of these accessories, like you just saw the Bassie belt or even the Narc earring, I don't cheer for them anymore. You only cheer for like Latents, Ogres. I don't even think you cheer for either Ruin Ring anymore. We almost just got a duo Ogre. That would have been crazy. I don't even think you cheer for like either Ruin Ring either. I think you only cheer for like Ogres, Latents, I think Devos? Let me look at the list. Either Ruin Ring, Valtara. Yeah, it's crazy. You only cheer for like 2 or 3 things now. So I'm curious as to why they changed that, but here we go. Moving into the red boxes, we have 8 of these. These are guaranteed accessories. We did not cheer, so I'm just going to skip. Ooh. Okay, we definitely need that. We definitely need that. There's a cheer. Come on. Debo. Oh! Oh my god, we haven't seen one of those in so long. Okay, perfect. I think, if I remember correctly, I have a Pride Debo earring already, which means I can click this for duo, which is a little bit nerve-wracking, but I gotta do it. But I think we have 4 boxes left. No cheer animation, another Valtara belt. Honestly, we're not getting that bad of a haul. Another Voltara. Okay, 2 boxes left. Come on. Nothing again. Crescent ring. Alright, last box. Last box, and then we'll click for the Debo earring. Dang, no cheer, no cheer. Another Voltara. Oh my gosh. We got 4 Voltaras. We got a bunch of... We got 4 Bassies, including 1 at Pry Enhancement. We got 32 crowns, which I definitely will be needing. This... I'm going to be melting these down for Yonas. I'm going to be holding these, melting these for Yonas. And then, like I mentioned, I think I do have a Pry Debo. So let's go ahead and click that. It does recommend like a 60 stack. I only have one of those, and this is like a weird 51 stack. So I'm just going to go ahead and use this. Gonna cron it because last time we already learned our lesson. It failed at Pry. But let's see it, man. Come on. Duo Debo earring. Oh my. And it downgraded. Okay, well that was definitely a big L. Well, now we have a base, but I guess, I mean, we saved something at least. I don't even think that was worth it now. Oh my god. And for anyone that may be curious as to how many Bassi belts I do have now in total, I do have the 216 stacks, so I have 32 there, and then I have 6 here in my Altanova storage, so I have 38 plus the Pry. So I guess technically at 39, but like 38 and then a Pry, so we're almost there for the 50 that I need in total. And on the discussion of updating you guys, I do have 1,212 Kaffir stones, and whenever I look at my dust, I do have 2,672, and whenever I do the math, I have in total 1,746 Kaffirs. I do need 2,292 to reach level 8 in my armor, so from here on, I only need 546, so hopefully we can get that soon. So I'm sure a lot of you already know what this is, but this is the Black Spirit Adventure Special Board. This has a ton of Kaffirs on here. This is something that I did whenever I was doing my Dawn Gloves, whenever I just needed a little extra Kaffirs. But the first one here, you can get 10 to 20 in a bundle. There's, I mean, as you can see here, there's 25 dust here, 2 Kaffirs here, a Kaffir here. There's another bundle here in the middle that gives 10 to 30. But I'm going to run this board a little bit. I have a lot of these Arcana cards or whatever you want to call them. So I'm going to see how much I can get off this board. But oh my gosh, after that, look at this. Look how many bundles I have here. Look how many. I have 64 raw Kaffirs, 95 dust, and a bunch of bundles for us to open. So the blue Kaffir stone bundles is anywhere from 10 to 20. We have 8 of these. So at minimum, I can get 80 Kaffirs. The max I can get is 160. And then I have 3 of the yellows. So at minimum 30, at max 90. Let's go ahead and open these and see what I get. I don't think it allows me to open them all at the same time. Oh, it does. Okay, never mind. Okay, so again, minimum 80, max 160. 120! That's right in the middle. That's right in the middle. That's insane. We'll take that. Time for the yellows, man. Let's see what we get out of here. We got 3 of these. Again, minimum 30, max 90. 62. Okay, we're kind of like mid-rolling, and that's okay. I will definitely take that. Look at that. That's an additional 246. That knocks off almost half the amount of Kaffirs that I needed. I think it was 540 something. This knocks off 240. So we only need about 300 more Kaffirs in order to get our armor to C8. We're literally only 11 minutes into the hour, and we already got a lateness spawn. So, love that. Let's see what we get, though. Oh, I got knocked down. Uh-oh. Ooh. No artifact, no latent. Not the best, but that is okay. I feel like the past few latents that we got were pretty good, so gotta even it out somehow. Alright, second hour in. Another latent spawn. 30 minutes into this hour. But as we saw in the last one, didn't get that fortunate, so hopefully this one will turn that around. There we go. That's what we like to see. 1 latent, 2 artifacts. That's some good money right there, man. It is currently 3 a.m. I am grinding off stream right now just because I'm trying to push these Kaffirs, and I do have work in the morning. But this is our 3rd hour. We did just get a lateness spawn. Let's see what we get out of this one. Okay, we got 1 latent and an artifact. We will definitely take that. We just concluded yet another 3 hours here at Koutuga. I have 107 raw Kafirs, 323 dust, which is a lot. I definitely need as many as I can get. A ton of artifacts here. As you can see, we got 16, 17, 18, 19. We got 5 Tunkuta earrings, which we'll be able to melt down for Jonas, and 2 Laytons. But I need to head back to town. I have a ton of stuff in my inventory that I need to get rid of. I did unfortunately forget to record myself putting away all of my items and selling my trash loot for my few hours here at Koutuga, but I did go ahead and simple alchemy all of my already existing dust and am showing the total amount of Kafirs being only about 200 away from my goal. So second hour in, and we got, or I think this is the 5th hour? But anyways, last hour we got a Layton, this hour we got a Layton. Let's see what we get here. Okay, no artifact, but we did get a Layton. Definitely love to see that. But as you can see, we do have a ton of other artifacts so far throughout the hour and the previous, but nonetheless, do love seeing that. We literally just got one maybe 10 or 15 minutes ago. I don't remember exactly how much time has passed, but 2 in the same hour, nonetheless, we love to see that. But we don't, oh man, I was going to say something else, but it didn't work out in my favor. We don't love to see that. I mean, we got one artifact, we'll definitely take that, but would have loved to see a Layton as well. So we just finished up yet another 2 hours here at Koutuga, and as you can see in my inventory, we have a ton of artifacts like usual, 2 Tunkuta earrings, 2 Laytons, but more importantly, 79 Kafirs and 230 dust. And whenever I combine these together, this puts us just over the amount that I need in order to push my armor from C6 to C7 and then finally into C8. But first, let's head back to town, sell all the trash loot, get this dust, simple alchemy down into Kafirs, and then we'll go from there. So with those 3 hours plus the 2 that I just completed, I nearly have 175,000 trash loot here at Koutuga. This was with Agris and a blue loot scroll, but nonetheless, that totals to nearly 1.4 billion liquid silver. But whenever we subtract the amount from my 10 buffs, it does total about 1.15, but still, nonetheless, that is an insane amount of liquid silver, putting us at a total of 6.3 billion liquid silver on the Ironman account. Okay, I know this isn't the finale of this thing, but if I've done my math correctly, we're going to go ahead and skip level 7, 1,098 Kafirs. And then finally, for C8, we're almost there. Let's see it, come on. I know it's guaranteed, but I just love doing this, man. It's so cool. Like, I need 1,234 to go to C9. Oh my gosh. And with that, we are now only 2 Kafir levels away from reaching our goal of C10, which will then enable us to craft our Fallen God armor. But I do have a couple of ideas that I want to test out in order to expedite that process. But before that, I also need to stock back up on certain materials in order to craft more simple chromules for the adventures ahead. But until then, thank you all again so much for watching, and if you've made it this far in the video, please let me know down below if you enjoyed these longer episodes or if you'd prefer the shorter ones that are around 20 or so minutes. But until the next episode, take care.